Good morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. Yes, it is. On this, it's a little gloomy here, but it's Monday morning and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be alive, to, have a roof over your head, a bed to sleep in, whatever, food on your table. Just as wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy today with Venus, which brings blessings and sweetens life, squaring Jupiter, the planet of abundance. This is like gratitude jar day to every little thing that's good in your life, to have appreciation for it. Yes, it is. Good morning, Tarot, Love, and Magic. Hey, Grace. Good to see you. Hi, Talking Bear daughter. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like my top. Yes, thank you. And Maloney. Hey, Anna. Welcome, everyone. This is the Celestial Insights program where I'm going to talk about the energy, events in the news, and then I'm going to pull some cards for oracle guidance to help us, give us something to think about. But just so you know, I haven't planned much today. We are in Pisces season. This is going to be a free-flowing show. I don't even know. I mean, I have a couple of notes, but I didn't do my typical thing where I do all these notes about what I'm going to talk about and I talked about this. It was amazing on Friday, my cosmic conversation with Jemaja, the alchemist. You can go view it on my wall. She is so wise. We had just an amazing conversation, and I was talking about this epiphany I was having. So on Saturday, we had a full moon in Virgo. And Virgo is a sign of meticulous details, very organized, very structured. Virgo brings order to chaos, and it was conjunct my South Node. And the South Node is our talents. It's what's comfortable for us. It's what we have. Yeah, we come into this life with some of these South Node talents. And often in our families, this is something of what we learned. But we have a tendency to get so entrenched in the South Node. It depends on your chart. There are all kinds of reasons why you may not. But in general, because it's comfortable and the shadow sides start to come out. So for me, I realized when I started learning about the nodes that I have issues with overworking, being too productive, also perfectionistic, and being too literal. At times I can be too literal where sometimes I miss the joke because I'm thinking literally rather than imaginatively. And that opposite, the sun shining a light on Pisces. Pisces is this sign of creativity, and it's this the oneness and all of this, two fish, this imagination. Pisces, Neptune, imagination. And you gotta think it up to be able to bring it to life. And I talked about how I'm really gonna work with this program. I'm gonna be doing some adjustments to moving away from so much of the details into more of the bigger picture, that imaginative, more spiritual part of what we are here to, what the energy is bringing us. So I'm going to try to the seesaw. Sometimes the South Node, I'm going to try to bring things more so it's more balanced, to make the program as well more accessible to people who don't know a lot of astrology and maybe get lost in the details, but want to know about the energies that are coming up. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm still going to talk a little bit about the details and stuff because that's really interesting, but I'm also going to that's what nerds me out. I love the details of it. But I'm going to be teaching for Kepler College, and I'm teaching a transits class that starts April 6th. And that's where I really get to nerd out. And eventually I'm going to start a community for people who really want to nerd out with me. And then as well as, So that's what I'm working on doing. So it's a work in process, but Grace says definitely a day to be grateful. Yeah. Pale Sala. Yeah. I feel like yesterday here in Oakland, was such a beautiful day. Oh my God. This is me working too much. I knocked off work early. Me and my boo went on this beautiful walk because there's been so much rain and gloominess lately. We went on this beautiful walk down by Lake Merritt and went and had a drink. And this, I just realized this on Wednesday. It was going to be Sun Saturn, and we had a corpse reviver. And corpses, Saturn's the Grim Reaper, so we had a corpse reviver drink. It's a very strong drink with the Venus square Jupiter, and it had this beautiful, just fun, adventurous, and like threw responsibility to the wind with, not really, but I didn't prepare a lot of notes. Venus square Jupiter, just. Venus and Jupiter can be like not wanting to work, feeling a little lazy, just wanting the enjoyment of life. They are the benefics that bring blessings and abundance and joy into our lives. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, Anna Grace. Anna Grace is listening to the Gemma Jaw chat. And now what I'm doing as well is putting things on YouTube. So I'm putting my Cosmic Conversations, and I'm putting my the Astro and the Oracles on YouTube, so you can watch them there too if you want. Oh, thank you. Tara Love Magic thought it was pure magic, that talk. Yeah, it was so amazing. She is... Okay, the energy is very heavy. I'm going to talk all about it. The energy is very heavy. It's light and heavy. Like, it depends on your chart, but it's the agony and the ecstasy this week. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Hi, Sarah, my love. How are you? Astro Auntie is in the house. We have to do a live soon. Well, we'll be together at NORWAC. But yeah, Astro Auntie Sarah, she is a brilliant astrologer. She posted, I love what you posted about perspective and reality with the Virgo full moon, so you can check out her wall. Yeah. Yeah, corpse revivers are really good. Oh, Luna lovers. Yeah, Lake Merritt is beautiful. Yeah, it's a just roll with it and see what happens. Got a day. Okay, so Lotus has natal Venus square Jupiter. So when the planets in the sky make the same aspect, or the two planets you have talking in your chart are making aspects in the sky, there is definitely a story for you. And it was Saturday, I believe, was Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, and the sign of Aquarius, the sign of groups and organizations, technology. There's just the collective, squaring Jupiter and Taurus. Jupiter rules blessings, it's abundance, it's like a benefactor energy, and it is Taurus is a sign of resources. One story in the news that Jupiter educates. Yeah, Jupiter and Saturn are the teachers, and Jupiter is like the kind, benevolent teacher, and Saturn's the stern professor. Yeah, teacher of hard knocks. Yeah, and this woman who was a professor has given $1 billion or something like that to Albert Einstein College, so that students can go there for free forever. So that's like a humongous. Jupiter makes everything bigger. Venus gift that she's given to educate Jupiter. Lots of people, the Aquarius. Albert Einstein was a Pisces. We're in Pisces season. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, the timing, the synchronicity of her gift with what's going on in the sky. And yeah, Lotus sky, really notice what happens this week and later the week, Venus will square Uranus. Or no, that's going to be on Sunday, next Sunday, I think. So this could be a really great week for you. I want you to, if you're thinking about big decisions, you might want to wait until after Wednesday, because what's happening on Wednesday is that we're having Mercury, the Sun, and Saturn are all going to meet at 9 degrees of Pisces. And yeah, this is going to be really interesting because, and I talked about it in the podcast, but I must confess. So the podcast is called Habitat for Humanity this week. Yeah. I must confess, I was so tired when I was recording that podcast. I think I recorded it after a full day of work, and then I taught my Astrology Foundations class, and then I think I might have recorded it after I was tired, and it's not as tight as I would have liked it. And I was talking about the synodic cycles and why this is a good week to really pay attention to what you get clarity about and what comes to your conscious awareness. Because what happens when the personal planets, and the personal planets are the sun, moon, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, meet an outer planet, it brings the themes of the outer planet to our conscious awareness. So yeah, and it happens in our own lives as well as stories in the news. So like that Venus square Jupiter brought Jupiter, and Jupiter is maybe a little easier to get to than like some of the other outer planets. But we see, this beautiful gift, and notice, really stay present. Notice blessings wherever you see them with that. But we also, and that's the ecstasy. And then the agony is Saturn. Saturn limits, Saturn puts boundaries. Saturn is the grim reaper, the corpse reviver, hence to speak. And Saturn it's also earned success. Saturn gives us discipline and mastery. Saturn's the ultimate timekeeper. And I have Sun Saturn, and I was having this epiphany today, is one of the things I am here to do. I have Sun Saturn conjunct in Taurus. The sun speaks to what our purpose is. And part of my purpose is to help people understand timing in their lives, being an astrologer. And like in the practical, like the detail part of how things show up. Like there's some astrologers who just they're just talking about the philosophy. But I talk about like the mundane things as well as I'm trying to move more into a little bit more of the higher realms. But yeah, that's my gift. Is part of my gift is helping people understanding the timing of their lives. And when the planets, especially like the sun, when the sun spotlights things, it illuminates, and it's coming to Saturn. So it brings to our conscious awareness Saturnian things in the sign of Pisces. So really notice stories about Pisces topics, about homelessness, about the border crisis, the refugees all over the world, drug addiction. This is what I wanted to make sure to tell people. If you have any issues or know someone who struggles with drug or alcohol stuff, like be aware that this is a time, this next couple of days, someone could die of a drug overdose because Venus squares Jupiter. Ooh, I'm just going to drink, do all the druggy stuff. And tomorrow is Mars square Jupiter because Venus and Mars are moving together, and Mars totally impulsive. Like this is like leaving Las Vegas, what do you call it? With that movie with Nicolas Cage where he's like walking through the store, drinking the booze, blah, 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 blah. Now he died in a Saturnian manner. Saturn is slow, but Mars is fast. Mars is impulsive, and Mars square Jupiter, feeling an inner drive to Jupiter, just overdo things. And then Sun, Saturn, and Mercury are how we think and communicate. Hopefully this will be for people realizing like, oh my God, I've got to quit the whatever it is because it's destroying me. So hopefully, because hopefully that's what happens for people. But some people, it's like, they're gone. So if you worry about yourself or someone else, just be aware there is this energy to overdo things, and the consequences, Saturn, can be very serious. And you may not realize it until Wednesday when they all meet. Yeah. Yes. Tomorrow is Grace says tomorrow is a stay sober and be careful day. Yes. Ah, okay. Oh, Corey, the sun, that's conjunct your natal sun. Corey, your sun is on my north node. My north node is at 9 Pisces. And what is happening for me on that day is that I am going to be taping a podcast with Amanda Poole Walsh for Astrology Hub. I am going to be the May season, the Taurus season Astrology Hub guide. Yes. Yeah, it's a great day. Sarah says it's a great day for anyone who wants to take action to quit smoking or drinking or any of those kinds of things. Absolutely. And the moon is going to go into Scorpio on Wednesday, and the Scorpio is fixed energy and rules death. So that could be like, this thing is just done. I am done with the drinking, the smoking, whatever. Oh, okay. It hits your Mars. Oh, yes. Okay. Saturn on your Mars. Just be aware that can feel very frustrating. Like your actions you're taking, you feel like there's constant obstacles, Saturn delays, restrictions, but just stay focused. This can also give you a lot of focus and bring earned success. So, yeah, so it can be, but just be extra careful about like driving and stuff with Mars square Jupiter. I've opened the news, like the local news. It was pandemonium this weekend with like people shooting around and all kinds of like violence things. A guy set himself on fire outside of the Israeli embassy. It was an engineer. Yeah, set himself on fire. Mars in Aquarius, and engineer Aquarius, because technology, Mars fire outside the square Jupiter in like a protest against the war. So like some people may be acting really wild this week. So also keep that in mind. Oh yeah, I love the Imaginary Restaurants username too. Yeah, She's got my reservation ready for whenever I come. Yes, hi, I'm a Gem. Hi, Jane. Yeah. Hi, Field Trip Karen. So glad to see you back. Yes. Okay, where was I? Self-immolation. Yes, that's exactly what happened. And that's with the energy. And okay, I'm drifting, but before I forget, so Moon Mastery, I'm doing a 5-week class for Synchronicity University, and you can take this class, $5 a class. You can pay as low as $5 a class for my signature program, Moon Mastery, where you learn all about the moons and her cycles and the natal moon, and to help you make the subconscious conscious. That's what working with the moon does. It's a tool for self-discovery and manifesting with more ease. You can go to synchronicityuniversity.com, sign up before the 29th to pay as low as $5 per class. If you want to pay a little more, because I'll get more money. Yeah. And if you're feeling generous and supporting my work, you can choose. There are a bunch of options. You can choose what you want to pay. And I'm so excited to teach for Nadia Shaw again. I love her, and her university is so cool. So hope to see you there. And on Friday, oh my God. Ooh. Okay. This is, the Imaginary Restaurant says the best table in the house for me. Like, this is a week. So I have Saturn on my side. I work hard. And now Jupiter's coming. Jupiter, I'm getting almost the third hit to Jupiter on my Sun-Saturn conjunction, and all these opportunities and like the dreams come true kind of stuff is happening. And with the Sun, Saturn, and Mercury on my North Node in the 9th house, it's happening on On Wednesday, I'm taping that podcast with Amanda. When I decided to do astrology full time, the first thing I put on my vision board was that I wanted to be an Astrology Hub guide. Yes, I did. And I'm doing it. And the second thing was I wanted to be on Colette Baron-Reid's podcast. When she started it after I was an astrologer. I was like, oh, I want to talk to Colette Baron-Reid. She's coming on Cosmic Conversations on Friday. Yes, she is. I'm going to be talking to Colette Baron-Reid. We're going to be pulling cards. Yes, we are. And I'm going to teach for her this summer. Yes, I am. Yeah, this Jupiter. Blessings. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Likes my... Okay. Mental health crisis. Thank you, Mermaiden. Mental health is a Saturn and Pisces topic as well. Yeah, definitely. Been thinking about mental health crisis and about how engaging with our lived reality forces a mental health crisis. Caring, yeah. This is a great time to be, like with Pisces season, be, compassionate for people who are struggling with feeling and this is another thing that this is coming to a head, like pessimistic thinking with Mercury and Saturn moving to conjunction in the sign of Pisces. Yeah. And like we really get an opportunity just to get some understanding of the energy when the sun goes through a sign. And in Pisces, like imagination, being able to like think up any possibility for things. It's a great energy this week to do creative writing. Right now, with the moon is in Libra, an air sign. Air communicates, air connects, air articulates. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus right now is in Aquarius, again, an air sign. So but with the sun in Pisces, that imagination, and Mercury, how you're thinking, if you want to write something, I would like do the rough draft, like today and tomorrow. And then after the Mercury's reborn, re-edit it later in the week. Yeah, this could be really, really beautiful with this energy. So, yeah, think about that. Okay, did I want to talk about any of the news stories? Yeah. Well, I'm really concerned about a cyber attack. Could be part of the eclipses, but I don't want to dwell on that. I whip myself up into a mental lather about like worst case scenario. I think what's likely to happen is we're going to be seeing, I think China's really up to something, or maybe someone else, because what's really interesting is, so the new moon of this cycle was the sun in Aquarius. So we're talking 2 weeks ago, the sun was in Aquarius square Uranus. And I remember I was talking about how when the personal planets bring things to our conscious attention. Last year, with the sun square Uranus, was when we found out about those Chinese spy balloons. And then like within the last week or so, they came up again with this sun square Uranus. Uranus rules in Taurus, violations of land boundaries. But, the United States territory. And in Aquarius, like flying up high in the air, someone else saw one of these surveillance balloons going around. Yeah. And so, there's been talk about how, I think, I'll just say this, just letting you know, the United States is at a very vulnerable point right now. We are having if we were a person and you came to me for a reading, I'd be sending you to get a checkup just to make sure everything was okay, because and to be really conscious about work and family stuff, because we're having our Chiron return, and our chart ruler, the United States, is a Sagittarius rising. So Jupiter's our chart ruler, and the United States has Jupiter at 5 degrees of Cancer, And the eclipse is at 5 degrees. The lunar eclipse on March 25th is at 5 degrees of Libra, conjunct our midheaven. Our midheaven's at, I think, 1 Libra or 2 Libra, and squaring our Jupiter, which is at 5 degrees of Cancer, and the moon is at the 4th house of like the land. The sun in Aries is going to be at our IC, and the moon at our midheaven, squaring our chart ruler. So that can be a health aspect in a person's life. Potentially, it doesn't have to be, but if you like anything's going on, you would want to go to the doctor. Yeah. It can be like you can be lifted up or pushed down. It may just be like our reputation is so damaged recently with all this stuff that's going on with the wars and such. It may be like the funding for Ukraine is cut off, but I'm also worried about, for various reasons, like some kind of cyber thing. That's going to be destabilizing for the country over this year, especially with the elections. Thank you, Dina. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is very Taurus. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I love this blouse. I'm trying to remember, where did I get it? I can't remember. Hi, Muchola. Hi, Blanca. So good to see you. Yes. Blanca's Oh, good, Martina. I'm glad you love Astrology Hub, and I'll be the guide. Yes. Thank you for all these nice comments. Okay, Grace, you're in your Saturn return. Yeah. But with you have the awareness, and you've been planning what, you're conscious of what's going on. So I think that will help with the second Saturn return. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the Buddhist, very interesting, mermaided. Yeah. Self-immolation. That's yeah. Anyway, so, I've totally lost my track of thought. What was I talking about? I was talking about, bringing to your conscious awareness. So this week is intense because there's so much conversation with those outer planets, bringing things to our conscious awareness with this Sun, Mercury, and Saturn. But the thing is, it's called Kazemi when a planet goes through the heart of the sun. It's like it burns off old stories and starts anew. So I just would suggest not making big decisions before Wednesday if you don't have to. If you're thinking about something and feeling like with Mars square Jupiter, the impulse to take action, what can happen with this, the impulse to take action, can Mars square Jupiter, I've got this. You're being impulsive, assuming Jupiter can assume everything goes well, and then Sun, Saturn, and Mercury, you realize it's a failure. So that's why you want to wait till they're reborn on the other side and have new energy before taking the big action. And there were a couple of things this weekend that I guess it was this weekend. I don't know. It could have been last weekend, but it's so in line with this Venus square Jupiter, Mars square Jupiter, and Sun, Saturn, and Mercury. Go watch the skit from Saturday Night Live about Trump's gold shoes. Those Venus rules fashion, and it's Venus rules fashion, and Jupiter being overconfident, and Sun, Saturn, and Pisces, there's no reality. You're just making stuff up. Pisces can be deception, or not seeing things the way they really are. And so some guy puts on Trump's shoes and then thinks he's invincible. And he's is playing basketball, and he shoots it and it misses the basket, but he says, I made it. So he's just delusional. That's what the Pisces energy can be, delusional. He's like, I made it. I made the basket. It's just so overconfident. And then he's having sex with his wife, and it's a total dud. Mars rules sex, Mars square Jupiter. And he's like, that's the best sex you've ever had. And she's like, it lasted, and he's like 2 hours, and it was like a minute or whatever. It's just really funny, and it embodies all of the energy of what's going on right now. He's I uh oh, the US going through something. I personally am going to like stock up on some of my essentials. Um well, actually today I'm going to the store to get extra dog food and eye drops and a few other things just in case. I'm going to be keeping extra. Ori Bella's asking how can we prepare extra stuff in case there's disruptions in communications around eclipse season that mean like the store's shelves are empty or whatever. Like, you know, how COVID was a virus. There's a couple things I'm worried about, like, because at the solar eclipse, Mars and Saturn are conjunct in Pisces or co-present in Pisces, and I'm worried there could be some kind of aggressive action that's some kind of virus, yeah, that causes disruptions in communications or the power grid. You know, at the full moons bring things to our conscious awareness. There were a bunch of pharmacies. There was a cyber attack that's being blamed on a nation state. It might be Russian, that brought down all these pharmacies so people couldn't get medicine. Virgo rules health, and this Pisces rules medications. So yeah, it comes to our conscious awareness. We become aware of this computer thing that caused this disruption with the new moon was Sun square Uranus. So there's all this Uranian energy that's been coming to our conscious attention over the last couple of weeks, through hard things like the breakdown of the cyber stuff, and with that AT&T thing last week, and there are a bunch of like websites and things coming down. I am wondering if there's like this seeding and this constant testing. I mean, it happens all the time, but it's coming to our conscious awareness, like testing the United States defenses, and with us being in our Chiron return, being eclipsed, having the South Node going through our public 10th house. I'm really kind of concerned. And this Sun, Saturn, and Mercury is squaring the Uranus of the United States. Uranus at 8 degrees of Gemini. This thing is happening at 9 degrees of Pisces in our third house of communication, the news, information transfer, squaring Uranus and Gemini. Gemini rules information. So notice if there's some kind of cyber event on this week coming up into Wednesday, especially if it's of a financial nature, like a bank heist kind of thing with Mars square Jupiter. Mars square Jupiter can be a criminal organization, square Jupiter. Mars in Aquarius square Jupiter in Taurus. Takes a bunch of money, Mars can steals a bunch of money. So really notice that. Yeah. So I think I started like, you can watch Leave the World Behind. That's a great show on Netflix. I feel like is a warning about what could come, about communication. We are so reliant on all these communication things. If they came down, it would be, I started thinking, well, what do you do? Do you go to the country? Do you do what do you do if there's like some big thing? Hopefully it won't be really big. It'll just be a temporary glitch, but I'm worried about the election. Like that's when they may be like, oh, here we go. We're going to get them MFers. That's what they say about us. Yeah. So that's what worries me. The other thing the United States is having is we're in a progressed moon phase. That's balsamic. And the balsamic moon phase is, so the United States, we're having a new moon on the same day as the eclipse, a progressed new moon in Pisces, the same day as the eclipse that squares our chart ruler. So like between now and March 25th, we're in an exceptionally kind of weak period, and then April 8th we're having that solar eclipse across the United States. So I'm a little worried. It might just be storms. It might just be a really bad storm. A water event is what I thought, like some kind of dam having a problem was what I thought when I first looked at the charts. But we'll see what happens. I hope nothing really bad. Or, yeah. I'm trying not to let my mind go to, that's Pisces. Pisces, you can let yourself imagine the worst case scenario. And I have Mercury trine Pluto, so I can really come up with some stuff in my head. Thank goodness I have that Saturn on my sun to keep myself grounded in reality. Hi, April, honey bun. So good to see you. What do you mean the electronic script? Oh, the electronic script system. That's what happened with the that's what happened with the pharmacies. We could probably expect more. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of. So one of the biggest things I was looking for this year was to see what happened. Because what happened was, so Pluto went back into Aquarius. Then first Mercury met it. Then Mars, then Venus. Then Mars and Venus met on the North Node of the United States at 6 degrees of Aquarius last week, 2 days after the North Node and Chiron met. So that Mars, Venus, and North Node in Aquarius. And then there was this cyber attack on the pharmacies and whatnot right before Virgo full moon. So yeah, like I'm worried that like stuff was seeded in our thing with Chiron on the North Node, amplifying, wounding. Stuff was seeded throughout, our networks, and some of them may have a win. And Pisces is a mute sign, and Mercury's in fall and detriment in Pisces. So Mercury's weak in Pisces, and I was worried even this week there could be something where communication breakdown. Yeah, we'll see. I hope not. I hope I'm totally wrong. Eclipse season is now. So the first one is March 25th and the second one's April 8th. There'll likely be big events around that time. Mercury's going to go retrograde April 1st in the sign of Aries, a fire sign, a sign of conflict. And then we're going to have that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which can be really beautiful. But it also can be very disruptive because Uranus is disrupting Jupiter wealth, abundance, the United States, a Sagittarius rising. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, but I'm trying not to let myself get too much. A lot of stock has been sold by primary holders. Interesting. Kristen, if there's an article, please send it to me. Yeah, thank you, Grace. You put the eclipse dates. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you love the podcast. I listened to it this morning and I was like, I could have been a little clearer when I was talking about the Cazimi and the synodic cycle, the difference between under the beams, combust, and Cazimi. Oh, and Anna had her bank card not working yesterday. Like, this could be even bigger. Because Pluto and Aquarius, the breaking down of technology, Pluto breaks things down to the studs in order to be rebuilt. And it has a volcanic impact on a mass influence. Yeah. So that and Mars is still carrying that Plutonic energy to square Jupiter and Taurus. That's another reason I'm thinking there could be stuff. Well, Dina's saying we may have to go back to drums and oral history. That's a joke that may be coming true. Buckle up, yeah. Oh my God, Fascinations Headwear has also had problems with their card. So it's a good idea to have a little bit of cash. Yeah. A new moon, a progressed new moon on the day of an eclipse. Yes, it's a big indication of like weakness and then something being knocked out potentially. And it may just be seeded then, but because we're having an eclipse in Pisces really close, a lunar eclipse in Pisces, and I think it's September 17th. That can be when the big action happens, right before the right before the election. Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, Kristen has natal Mercury conjunct Pluto. And also thankful for your Saturn, because yeah, your mind with Pluto can go down to the depths of the underworld. Mercury is the only planet that can go to the back and forth between the underworld and the conscious realms. And you can really go down there and root around and come up with worst case scenarios. Like Pluto could be the terror. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? And it's different for everyone. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Mermaiden says, thank you for talking about and giving context for the hard stuff. It's important that a lot of spiritual people avoid addressing the hard stuff. Yeah. And I try to balance it where I don't want to do the positive. Every energy has a positive and a negative. So Sun Saturn, like that spotlight can bring you clarity, and Mercury to make some hard decisions, or it can be a beautiful energy to give you clarity as well as to achieve mastery or to earn success. Yes, but it can also be very, very difficult facing death. This wonderful woman who I used to work with died recently, and her funeral's tomorrow. There's a lot of heavy energy. We're going to be seeing, there was somebody, an actor who died of ALS. ALS is very Mars square Jupiter Sun Sat, like Mars muscles, like the frozen muscles and things like that. Yeah, someone who was very vital. He was an actor, died on Star Trek, Sun Saturn, and in Pisces. Yeah. Bringing it's almost like Christopher Reeves, who was Superman when he was like this Mars square Jupiter person, this big star who was an action hero, Superman, and he had that horse accident. That's Mars rules accidents, Jupiter's rules horses, and then he was paralyzed. Sun Saturn, like this immense hardship, but he looked on the bright side of it after, he was a quadriplegic, not just paralyzed. He couldn't move anything. Yeah. Oh, hi, Unstoppable Ivy. Yeah, I did talk about the full moon. Okay. Thank you, Teresa, for that feedback. Oh, for about 2 hours this morning, Kristen said she and many of her coworkers were unable to work on their computers. Yes, there's something going on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Anna, get cash. Yeah. Anna had a problem with her card. Couldn't use her card. Yeah. What if systems go down, you've got to have some cash. Yeah. Yeah. Go to the bank today. Yeah. Go to the bank before tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tara Love Magic. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. So I think, yeah, we're all gonna, these people better not mess with Instagram. I need to talk to Colette on Friday. No, you cannot. I think it's gonna be banking this week. Yeah. I think it's gonna be banking this week. Yeah. Yeah. So let me pull these cards. So I hope this has been helpful. Just really pay attention to what comes to your conscious awareness around these topics, around Saturn. This week, the work is Mercury and Saturn. Our thinking, Mercury, communication, transportation, and commerce, Mercury. Mercury conjunct Saturn. So they're all conjunct. A spotlight sun, Mercury, commerce, Saturn, it comes to an end. There's delays. It's hard to do stuff. Really, really notice. It could be, like I said, the banking stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'm using the Human Spirit Oracle. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep your. We may hear about Jimmy Carter. I talked about that in the podcast. This is a wonderful deck. I'm using this because humans is the air signs are the humane signs. So the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the moon today is in Libra, and Venus is in Aquarius. So the Human Spirit Oracle. This is a beautiful deck. It is done by Jenna De La Cortaglia. This is her first deck, and she has this beautiful, amazing photo manipulation art that she does. And this is a rock pool deck, and she worked with Wordsmith's edits in order to craft it. It's an amazing deck. Now she has additional, but this was her first solo deck. She's done a lot of decks with Colette, the artwork for Colette's decks. And look how beautiful it is on the back. And it says a guide to navigating life with gratitude and kindness, both Pisces themes. Yes. Yes. And I am, oh my God, that CPAC thing last week is so in line with the transits. Like Venus square Jupiter. So CPAC, for people, my international people, is this conservative conference that has really kind of gone off the rails with Donald Trump. Oh my God. There's like, really noticed, this guy like actually got on stage and talked about how we're getting rid of democracy and replacing it with, and held up a cross. Like religious theocracy, Handmaid's Tale is Sun, Mercury, Saturn. He put into words what the plan is. Saturn in Pisces, a hard, disciplinarian, Pisces, religious authority, Saturn. Yeah, and Sun is authority as well. That's the goal. And he said somehow we failed on January 6th, but we're going to get it right. I mean, bonkers, saying the quiet parts out loud. I mean, it was just absolutely bonkers what's going on. And, you know, they think Donald Trump is like a Jesus type figure with Venus. We're coming to party to celebrate square Jupiter, our God. Jupiter's like a god. And Mars, square Jupiter, wear your athletic tennis shoes. Mars and Venus, you know, those gold tennis shoes. Yeah. And someone was singing about how dead people vote. I mean, it was just incredible to watch. And if we elect this man again, the United States gets what it deserves. I swear to God. Yeah. Yeah. Open white supremacist, speaking totally unhinged. Yes. Totally unhinged. Yeah. There were a lot of empty seats, though. Oh, yes. Oh, so Carnival Bright says, internet has not been working well. You're a courier and a lot of cars haven't been working. They won't start. So weird. And miscommunications on the roads. Be really careful the next couple of days. Be mindful that, yeah. Oh, you're getting severe weather. Okay, that can also be Sun, Saturn, Mercury, just in Pisces, severe weather. Wednesday, there may be some big storm. Thunderstorm, tornadoes. Mars in Aquarius, wind. Square Jupiter makes everything bigger. Wind, swirling, and then Sun, Saturn, Mercury, difficulty, hardship. In Pisces from a storm. Yeah, that could be just what we have. The breakdowns could just be because of bad weather. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, Mars, Jupiter, bad weather. You're not kidding. Your imaginary restaurant's going to be missing Instagram friends. They can take Twitter. No, leave Instagram alone. Leave Instagram alone. Please. Okay, let me pull these cards. So what do we need to know to navigate this week with all of this, all of this energy? We're going to have a disseminating moon where we're supposed to share what we've learned in Libra. on Wednesday as well. Wednesday is really bananas. Mars transits come in a little early. Saturn transits to the day. So Tuesday, Wednesday, something's going to bring our conscious attention to Saturnian things in many ways. I'll try to keep you informed as I see them, but I do my best. Okay. Ooh, interesting. I'm possible. So it came upside down, but look at this. This is a hand mirror. I'm possible. Having the confidence and faith in yourself that you can, that's Jupiter can bring confidence. Yeah, that you can take the actions to bring abundance and success and all of those things to yourself. You can get lucky breaks. That Jupiter-Uranus is lucky breaks. Yes, it is. Let me read this. Number 18, upside down. It's easier to commiserate than celebrate. It's easier to commiserate, feel bad, Saturn, be pessimistic, than celebrate. Jupiter, Venus, woo, celebrate. What are you telling yourself today? Are you filled with self-doubt? Saturn on the sun, feeling less than, Venus compares, Venus square Jupiter. Oh, I'm not as good as Jupiter, whatever Jupiter is for you, that person who has it all. Remember that? Yeah. We have all been here, but let's focus on something positive. Jupiter, yeah, and Venus. Maybe something happened to you in your life, or someone said something negative and hurtful. Mercury conjunct Saturn, saying something, Mercury, mean, hurtful, Saturn. Yeah. We are asking you to look at yourself in the mirror. Find one thing today that you love about yourself, physical or otherwise, and just make a lovely, kind mantra or affirmation about this aspect. Then repeat it 9 times. 9 is very karmic. It's a number of fulfillment, abundance. Yes. We hope that soon you know that you are very possible and your self-confidence will be through the roof. Mars square Jupiter. Self-confidence. Both Mars and Jupiter have connotations about, Mars is our will and our drive. And being through the roof with square Jupiter, the abundance, yeah. This is the transits. I'm possible upside down. You have a opportunity to lean into to have the abundance and the blessings and the gratitude, or you can just be pessimistic with the Saturn and, focus on the negative. Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and can be focusing on the negative. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do this homework to write ourselves a mantra to about what's good about ourselves and focus on that. Yes, I love that. Oh, wow. Yeah, lots of, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, coming for women. Yeah, an embryo is a child, and yeah, and people can't have IVF. Yeah, it's, yeah. Okay, and the next one is broken open. Oh, look at this, the Mona Lisa type imagery. Broken open. Okay. This feels like, so for some people, broken open, the grief, Sun, Mercury, Saturn can be really, in Pisces. Pisces is mourning. It can be grief. It can be feelings of loss. There's always something ending when Pisces energy is at play. It's the last sign of the zodiac. Let me read that one too. Okay, you know what? This might be just bigger than just this is maybe everywhere. There's something going on that it's, in Australia. Yes, I save all the lives. They're on my wall. Yes. Any of these transits causing headaches? Past 3 days. Maybe it's the Mercury Saturn. Mars squared Jupiter. Mars rules, Aries has associations with the head. Yeah. And we had the North Node. Where do you have, what do you have around 16 degrees of Aries? If you have something around there, Chiron's there. Yeah. That might have something to do. Yes. Lucky breaks. Yeah. Okay. Claudio is... Oh no, your mother... Oh, your mother broke her hips. Oh no. Aquarius, I bet... When did that happen? No, that's Jupiter. The broken hips is Jupiter, not Aquarius. Aquarius is the shins and the ankles. Oh no. Okay, I'm trying to check on... Yeah, this is a perfect card. Okay, let me read Broken Open. You must have some cracks to let the light shine through. Have you ever been through something that tore you to pieces, that broke you down to nothing? When we break it, make space for growth. Like a dense forest, there can be no sun for new growth. But when one tree falls or breaks, it allows the warming sun to penetrate the canopy and feed the roots. You've been through enough. It's time to feed your roots and step into the sun. This is like Saturn being reborn. Yeah. Remember that sometimes you must tear something down to build a better home. It's also very Plutonic. The same is true for us. If we have been through life-shattering events, that's Sun Saturn, do not get stuck in the ruins of what was. Instead, build a fabulous new dwelling. Never underestimate the curb appeal of a renovated home. The curb appeal of a renovated home. So when the tornado tears your roof off, think about it positively. I'm just kidding. Let's hope. That's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not funny. Oh, good. I'm glad Fascinations headwear. Oh, the solar flares. Maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, yeah. Mars transits, headaches for sure. Yeah, maybe Mars entered your sixth house recently, because that's what things that go wrong with your health is the sixth house. That could be, speaking of, whose birthday is it? Oh, hi, Claudio. Happy birthday. Leonard Cohen. That's where, Oh, good, Fascinations headwear. You're getting the process of getting over some really deep Saturnian experience. Oh, no. Okay, so Ashley's saying that Chiron conjunct the North Node in Aries activated her daughter's yod, and they went to the hospital on the full moon. Full moons illuminate things in Virgo about health, as she was complaining about headaches and blurred vision. Yeah, the North Node is an amplifier, and so that North Node conjunct Chiron amplified Aries things, potentially wounding things, like headaches. But there's also great energy for peace this week. So I'm hoping that there'll be a pause or hopefully end of the war. And support system is the last card. Aquarius is the sign of groups and organizations. Venus supports. Yeah, so if you are having some kind of crisis, Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and Pisces, where you feel like life is like just suicide is another thing we'll probably be hearing about this week with Sun conjunct Saturn and Mercury. People like just giving up in Pisces, giving up. And so if you're worried about anyone with deep mental health crisis, check on them. Yeah, maybe even stay with them if you need to through Wednesday, because once we get past that, the energy will start to dissipate a bit. But then we've got Venus square Uranus, and that again can bring some of this stuff. So yeah, some people may be exiting with this energy. But if you can be a support system, if you need support, just reach out to people. You can always come for a reading, and we can talk about if you're going through something hard, like the beauty of astrology can help you understand, okay, this is when things may start to get better. Yeah. Ah, everything has a crack. Oh, Sarah said that's what she wrote on her post for Chiron, the North Node. Everything has a crack. That's how the light gets in. Yes. Ah, that's beautiful. Oh, it's like, and Mermaiden says it's like Japanese technique of fixing broken pottery by filling the cracks with gold. The brokenness makes the reformation more beautiful and rich. Ah, I love that. That feels so, yeah, in line with the astrology. Oh, thank you. Okay, Teresa appreciated my humor. Yeah. Okay, you always laughed about tornadoes, getting you a dream home paid for. Okay, good. I'm glad some people. Oh, your mom broke it on your birthday. Oh no. It's not your birthday today. Okay. Yeah, AI. Yeah. Yeah, this is a really AI is so destabilizing. And with Saturn and Pisces, what is reality? Reality is blurred. And this Pluto and Aquarius using technology to Pluto manipulate people, and there's this and Pisces deception. Like I saw a video which looked like or a picture that looked like William and Harry were hugging each other after they found out their father has cancer. It was a deep fake, which you don't know what to believe. This is what's so scary. Oh, February 14th. That was Mars Pluto was when she broke her hip. Yep. An accident. Yeah. Oh, nosebleed. Yeah, nosebleed, Letitia. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mars Pluto conjunct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that nosebleed is totally Mars. It's totally Aries. Yeah. Yes, does that? Oh, that's right. The soldier who set himself on fire, Mars square Jupiter, Mars fire, Jupiter, something going on overseas, religion, land, and Taurus. Taurus is land. And Sun, Saturn, Mercury. He made a statement, Mercury, by committing suicide. Sun, Saturn. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on the comments. Let me read support system, and then we will call it a day. Yes. Okay. You are awesome, and we hope you are finding that the people you surround yourself with lift you up when you are soaring, as well as comfort you when you are down. So the people who surround you are happy for your successes, Jupiter. But when you have a Saturn experience, when you're down, they're also there for you both ways. You know, some people only want to be with you when you're struggling. They're not so happy when you're succeeding. Yeah, so there's that dichotomy. You want people in your life who are supportive of both sides of your life. Yeah. Everyone needs a support system, a true blue friend, a therapist, a group, a lover, or an astrologer. I'm adding the astrologer. Yeah. Surround yourself with this sort of person. It is a wonderful thing to watch those we love thrive and flourish. Strong arms to hold you, a helping hand to lift you up, as if it were part of your own being, not even a thought given. Community is so important, even if it is a community of 2 or 3. Take pride in yourself. This means it's okay to be choosy with the people you surround yourself with. Like Pluto and Aquarius can be like transforming your social circle. Like if you're around people like and that could be Venus square Uranus. This person in my life, all they do is complain. They have all the blessings in the world, but see only the bad, blah, 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 blah. This is happening on Sunday. And you could decide, this is just not what I want to surround myself with anymore. I'm going to move forward to more positive people where we can lift ourselves up together and be there for the difficulties, but not just only the bad or only the good. Yeah. You are a one-of-a-kind gift, honey. You deserve a wonderful support system with love, pride, and truth. If someone is not there for the good and the bad times, then what exactly are they there for? So again, it's impossible. This had like the Venus broken open. We were talking about the North Node in Chiron and letting the light come through the cracks. And then support system. Venus and Mars are moving together. They already had the conjunction in Aquarius. So maybe separating yourself or severing, Mars severs from Aquarian people, like groups, organizations, or friends who are only negative or only there if things are good. Yeah. So, yeah, I love this for this week. And that's what Saturn, and Mercury does. It brings to our conscious awareness clarity about ending things, Pisces, or what decisions we have to make, Mercury, getting clear. Yeah, Sun, Saturn. Yeah, I love this. Love this energy. Yes, thank you for being my support team too. I love doing these live. Oh, this is the Human Spirit Oracle by Jenna Grottaglia. It's one of the decks on my Amazon storefront you can get to from the link in my bio. I will also post a link in case you want to grab it from, if you buy it through my link, I get a couple pennies. Yeah. But yeah, just support. Jenna's work is amazing. Oh, good. Imaginary restaurant, like, really works to have good people around herself. So, like, take good care. Hopefully, I'll be back on Wednesday with the Astro and the Oracle program. Please, Instagram, be okay. But yeah, get some cash and some extra stuff. Keep your pantry stocked through this eclipse season. Okay, take good care. This will be on my wall so you can watch it if you missed any parts of it. Okay, bye.